In 2020, I watched a horror film which was a modern retelling of The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells, and that film was my first experience with that story. So when I saw this in, I'm gonna assume HMV, to be honest, I thought I'd pick it up and see how the old book, this is like in like the early 1900s, compares to obviously the very much modernized version that I saw in the 2020 film. And it's one of those books where it's just what it says on the tin. It is about a man who is invisible. And I guess there's a few ways to tell and I guess there's a few ways to tell this story. Like it could be a horror, like it was in the films. It could be a sympathetic story about the inability to be seen. But unfortunately for me, the blurb on the back of this book, which I won't say because it just tells me, it tells you the whole thing. It told me the whole thing. It tells me about characters that you meet about 100 pages in. This book is less than 200 pages. Blurb shouldn't really be telling me about characters we first meet halfway through the book. It tells me what the Invisible Man ends up doing. I don't want to know what he ends up doing. I want to know how he gets to certain places. But I feel like there are plot twists in the book that the blurb just told me. So I was aware of what was going to happen the whole time. And I'll be real, the first 100 pages were really, really good. But for some reason, I just felt drained finishing this book. I feel like the mystery and the unanswered questions that are brought within the first 100 pages, they just sort of die off and peter out by the end of the book. There were points in the first half of the book where I was desperate to know what was going to happen next. How did he become invisible, and what has he done with it? Things like that. Someone being invisible brings up a lot of questions, and I just think, I don't know. I really, really do think it's a really weird situation I found myself in, where I've read the blurb and it's just a shit blurb. Like, the book is probably quite good. The first 100 pages are really good, but I just knew what was going to happen the whole time, so it sort of just killed the experience for me. It's a weird one, to be honest. I think despite the odd circumstances I found myself with this book and my experience with the book, I would recommend this one. Just if you are going to buy this copy specifically, if you see this one out in the wild, don't read the blurb. Okay, I don't know what the other blurbs are like on the other editions of this book. Just, it's about a man who is invisible, and answers are propped up, and I feel like most of them are answered. There's mystery, there's thrills. It is a good book. Just don't read the back of it. Go into this book completely blind, because I really wish that's what I did.